Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here to a Virtual Racing Network. We have been on a 2-week hiatus from the Northwest. Wow, I cannot talk today about you from the RACECORE Online Racing League. Obviously, Northwest has been on and off. They've taken some weeks off there, but this is the RACECORE Online Racing League, and we have been away for 2 weeks. We are back, and we're playing double duty here as Tuesday night we'll start up the Truck Series as well, but of course, that is for another day. Tonight, let's dive right into it. Let's jump over to the sponsors. Of course, the presenting sponsor here for this series is the Global Building Contractors. Make sure you check them out. You've probably been in a building that they had a hand in, so make sure you check them out. That is Global Building Contractors, and give them a shout out for doing all they do to support this series. And of course, we wouldn't be here as well if it wasn't for iRacing Drivers World. If you need to post comments, pictures, videos, concerns, whatever it may be iRacing related, with the exception of maybe bashing another driver or anything like that, keep it civil. Head on over to iRacing Drivers World and post it today. And of course, last but not least, that is Gold Cube. Make sure you check them out as well if you need their services. And as always, thank every one of them for all they do to support this series. Shoot them a message on social media, whatever it may be, to thank them for what they do here in the RACECORE Online Racing League. And of course, on the broadcast side of things here for tonight, we want to thank everyone that has supported us for so long here for 2019. Those sponsors do include Northwest Racing Series, your official one-to-go sponsor for all VRN events. Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm, your official starting grid sponsor. RaceOnTexas.com, they are the technical kind of ownership here. They are the real-life racing division side of VRN. We are the sim division of RaceOnTexas.com. They are kind of one in the same at this point, so make sure you check them out at RaceOnTexas.com for all your real dirt track racing and some asphalt racing in there as well in Texas and Louisiana. World of Thunder, the official dirt league of VRN. Hanover Wrecker Service, bringing you all the cautions here tonight. All cautions are presented by Hanover Wrecker Service. On the Edge Motorsports, your official Wicked Energy Gum retailer. Make sure you check them out for all that Wicked Gum. It is definitely something you need if you need to get a boost of energy. Huffman Designs for all your iRacing paint needs. And of course, RACECORE themselves here coming on board this year. We are covering them here tonight. And of course, then come Tuesday night, we will start the 23-week, I believe it is, Truck Series. So again, you will not want to miss that. We hit Daytona. It will be an action-packed night of racing. And of course, last but not least, that is Crumb's Custom Graphics. Formerly known as Crumb's Custom Graphics. We'll get the new logo in shortly, I promise. I believe it is now a KP Design Company. So again, there's Paul Crumry, or PK Design Company, sorry, KP. Either way, it's Paul Crumry over there. Check him out for all your logo needs, whether you're a business, broadcast company, whatever it may be. If you need a logo made, you need to get over there and check out Paul Crumry, as he did our logo. We absolutely love it. We have 5.5 minutes left in practice before we move on. They are in a driver's meeting at the moment. But of course, coming up next tonight is going to be qualifying here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And this is the new Charlotte Motor Speedway, America's home for racing, as you can see it written on the wall. This is the newly configured one with the white walls, the red, white, and blue. Absolutely looks amazing. No more banana yellow walls here at Charlotte, so we're glad to be here. Again, you're watching all of this live on a Virtual Racing Network, as we have been again away for 2 weeks as far as this series goes. We are back here for some great racing under the lights. We're going to step away here for just a moment. When we come back, we'll go through some of your point standings coming into tonight's race, so don't go anywhere. But do grab you something to drink, something to snack on, and we'll be right back here in just a few moments. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and you see on the clock there as we bring your countdown on to the screen. Less than 4 minutes remain here in practice, and we have a lot to go over. So let's jump right over to the point standings here tonight. Of course, coming into tonight with 12 starts on the season and only 2 or 3 drivers. I'll actually see about 4 total that have made all the starts here. That, of course, is Jamir Muhammad. And right behind him by a deficit of 29 points, which is not a lot with such a long season to go. That is going to be Mikey Neal. Those two were battling it out last season, back and forth, win after win. Jamir Muhammad, of course, your points leader, followed by Mikey Neal and James Zarello sitting in 3rd place. And then the name we're very familiar with in 4th place is going to be Sterling Smith. And right behind him is going to be Bryson Barker, Chris Brown, Brian Jones, sorry about that, Brian, Alex Huffman, Jeff O'Quinn, Carlos Maciel will round out your top 10 in the points coming into tonight's race. But again, we still have a lot of racing left to go here in this season, as we have 36 weeks of racing here in this series. Right now we are on week 13 here for June 2nd, 2019 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Coming up next week should be a doozy of a race, as well as we head to Pocono Raceway, followed by Michigan, and then we go to Sonoma Raceway Park. So another just outstanding road course. Should be very interesting to see how they handle Sonoma and who will come out. And then 2 weeks after that, we go to Daytona again. So Daytona, New Hampshire are going to be in the schedule. Watkins Glen coming up, and Bristol are all going to be in there. Even Indianapolis will be in there. And that's all before we get to the round of 16 here. So some big stuff happening in this series before we even get to the chase. So it should be a great night of racing, to say the least. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. I know we got several people over on the Facebook side of things, and several people over on the YouTube side of things. Luckily, the YouTube is not being affected by the Google Cloud outage that is going on. I know just got off the phone with Chris David from Race on Texas, and they are having some issues on the Race on Texas website, as Vimeo unfortunately is affected by Google Cloud. So unfortunate there. That will be back up soon. I am pretty sure of that. Google's pretty quick at getting their stuff fixed. We'll see. Hopefully that will be there. As I did see Scott Bargloff in chat over there on the Facebook side of things. But you see right now we have 51 seconds left to go before it is time to get this started. So while we have just a few moments left, we are going to step away, take a quick hydration break, and we will come back here in just about 30 seconds as qualifying will be underway. Alright, that is going to do it for practice. It is time to get to qualifying, as we're going to go ahead and bring qualifying down. They have 5 minutes on the clock. Again, that is all they have, is 5 minutes to get out here and get some laps in, as they have 2 laps around this 1.5-mile track. So we'll see just who comes out on top, and we're taking a look here, and it looks like, so we'll jump over to it. Pull up your qualifying bar here. On the track right now is going to be Justin Winters, Brian Dorsey, Bryson Barker, Reese Milton, Alex Huffman, Sean Hattery, Austin Edstrom is out on the track, Justin Spear, John Van Verellis, Carlos Maciel in his car but not on track. Matthew Ellis, Cody Young, Thiago Vieira, and James Zarello. These guys are out on the track right now. Now Brandon Young going to get out onto the track as well. Again, a lot of drivers making their way onto the track as qualifying is officially underway. We'll let you know when those times come in who is going to be at the top of the charts. And again, we'll see. We got Mikey Neal. Obviously here, Justin Starr, Trevor Graffam, Jack Feller's still out there that hasn't gotten to his car. Charles Hoffman, Rodrigo Munoz, Raymond Yeager, Rafael Trindle out there that hasn't gotten his car yet. And we'll see, it's going to be Alex Huffman at the top of the charts with a 29.154. James Zarello is going to be right behind him with a 29.158. And John Van Varel is going to be your third fastest driver in the number 78 machine with a 29.262.108 off the lead. And just like that, you have Austin Edstrom taking a third place with a 29.198. Some good times already starting to come in here early in qualifying. Sterling Smith out on the track right now on that number 17 machine. He is just now getting past the blue cone in that Extreme Sim Racing number 17 Chevy Camaro. Getting some awesome looking sim rigs they offer. Definitely cool to see them picking up that sponsor. Let's go back here. You got the 77 of Justin Spear that's going to take sixth fastest here with a 29.533. As the number 4 of Justin Winters is going to jump to 8th place with a 29.545. And Bryson Barker in the number 81 Red Bull Chevy Camaro here tonight. He's going to jump to the top of the charts with a 29.076. Going to be 0.078 faster than Alex Huffman at the moment. Carlos Maciel back in 13th place with a 29.721. And just like that, Thiago Vieira is going to jump to second with a 29.128. Just a very small gap of 0.052 separating him and Bryson Barker. Let's go over to Jamir Muhammad, who has come out onto the track. And just to note that Mikey Neal is receiving an EOL here tonight, so he will not be coming out to qualify. Mikey Neal will have to start from the rear of this field, minus anybody else that doesn't qualify, as we'll switch over to Raymond Yeager in the number 23 machine, as he is going to put in a time here momentarily. And Jamir Muhammad shut it down before he completed a lap. He'll come back out onto the track. And we'll see right there, 29.497 for Raymond Yeager. He'll put himself in 10th place. Sterling Smith just ran another lap, 29.226. And he'll go to 6th fastest here in qualifying. Let's go over to Jamir Muhammad. Also, Rodrigo Munoz out onto the track as well. Both of these will be putting in a time very shortly. So here at the moment, neither one of them have officially put in a fast lap. We'll see what their fastest lap is going to be here momentarily. One of them will probably get in before the other one, of course. And we'll jump over to them and report them in the time that they come in. But Reese Milton is in his car, but has not come out onto the track yet in the number 76 machine. And 29.386 is what it's going to be for Jamir Muhammad, as he's going to jump to 8th place in qualifying. We'll go over to Rodrigo Munoz, who right there is going to cross the line. 29.360. That will put him in 8th place. Just one spot ahead of Jamir Muhammad by a little bit of a gap of 0.026. So Jamir Muhammad gets top there just a little bit. But at the moment, that is going to do it, and time is actually running out. So we will not see any more drivers come out on to the track, as it is time to get to the grid. And we got a little over 20 drivers, close to 30 drivers here tonight. So we'll jump right into your qualifying grid as soon as we get down there with them. And I absolutely love how they start out on the grid here. So let's go ahead and let's jump up there close to the front as we can anyway. There's your back. Some of your drivers back here in the back. And regardless, let's go through it. Your Wellsbeard Co. starting grid on row 1 is going to be the 84 of Bryson Barker, and on his outside is going to be the 52 of Thiago Vieira. So we'll see here. Should be an interesting first row here with two very fast drivers sitting on that front row. Row 2 is going to be the 3 of Alex Huffman and the 13 of James Lorello. Row 3 is going to be the 88 of Austin Edstrom and the 17 of Sterling Smith. Row 4 is going to be the 78 of John Van Varelis and the 79 of Rodrigo Munoz. So two numbers, 78 and 79, starting on row 4. Row 5 is going to be the 2 of Jameer Muhammad and the 51 of Brandon Young. Row 6 is going to be the 9 of Brian Dorsey and the 23 of Raymond Yeager. Row 7 is going to be the 77 of Justin Spear and the 4 of Justin Winters. Row 8 is going to be the 6 of Matthew Ellis and the 93 of Sean Hattery. Row 9 is going to be the 81 of Carlos Maciel and the 24 of Cody Young. And not qualifying the first row is going to be row 10, the 8 of Mikey Neal Jr. and the 45 of Brian Jones. Row 11 is going to be the 76 of Reese Milton and the 80 of Rafael Trindle. Row 12 is going to be the 85 of David Estes and the 47 of Trevor Graffel. Row 13 is going to be the 32 of Jack Fellers and the 63 of Charles Hoffman. Row 14 and running shotgun here tonight at the back of the field is going to be the 99 of Justin Starr. We'll see how he progresses through this field. That was your Wellsbeard Co. starting grid as we are just about ready to get this one going. Make sure if you haven't been here before, you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We got a lot of racing left to go. This is the RACECORE Xfinity Series presented by Global Building Contractors live on Virtual Racing Network, a sim division of RaceOnTexas.com. Green flag is in the air, 90 laps on the books. We're on lap number 1, and we'll let the timing screen sort itself out while it has a spaz attack here on us as these guys start changing spots quite frequently. Let's go a little bit back here as it's going to be Bryson Barker in the 84 that gets a sizable lead, but behind him is going to be Thiago Vieira, James Lorello, and Alex Huffman. Right now, second, third, and fourth, but don't count out Austin Edstrom and Sterling Smith there as they are side by side here at the moment coming to the line, but it's going to be the 17 of Sterling Smith that edges them out for 5th place here at the moment. Those two in the same chat together, same team. They're going to work with each other and try to push each other as fast as they can and push each other to the front. Just to give an update here, Charles Hoffman and David Estes, the 63 and the 85, did not make the call here tonight. They are not going to start this race. They are both one lap down here at the moment. And that right there is a battle for second place between James Zorello and Thiago Vieira, as we're going to have a little blinking issue there from the 52. Looks like it's going to scare the 13 just a little bit as he has to back off, and that almost gets Alex Huffman into that mix as well. But Sterling Smith does get by Austin Edstrom, and now he's trying to work over one of his other guys, drivers that's down there in the same team chat, and that is the 3 of Alex Huffman right now. 3 teammates working together for 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Meanwhile, of course, your race leader, the 84 Bryson Barker, is out front in that 84 Red Bull Chevrolet Camaro here tonight so far on lap number 4. Well, definitely Mike Neal in chat. Welcome, Mike. It has been a while since we had you in chat, as obviously we've been off for a few weeks, but welcome to chat, as well as we got other Thiago in chat here. I'm not sure if that's the same one or if that is a family member. So that is, of course, the 52 of Thiago Vieira. Let's go ahead. Let's go back here and let's check in with Mikey Neal just to take a look, if we could. Back there, you see right there, started in 19th. He's actually back down to 20th. He's lost a spot, but I'm not counting him out yet. We know he's second in points coming into the night's race. He'll work his way to the front it may take him a little bit to do so, and he may use a caution and or a pit stop to do so. We do not know what the fuel mileage is or the tire mileage is for these guys, so we'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. But that is just something that we have to kind of guess at until we hear from a driver, which hopefully we will hear from sooner or later. But until then, we just kind of wing it. So let's go back to the front. We got a nice little battle going on back here with Brandon Young in the 51 machine. Raymond Yeager right behind him, and Rodrigo Munoz in the 79 just ahead of him, as it looks like that battle may stir up just a little here between the 79 of Munoz and the 78 of Van Varellis. Again, those two started side by side, and they really haven't got away from each other too much. Meanwhile, the 23 of Raymond Yeager trying to find every bit of real estate he can to get by Brandon Young, but it's just not working right now. He cannot find the spot he needs to get by, and he's going to try to maybe dive it to the inside here and make the pass, but no, the door gets shut. Brandon Young goes down low, and he's able to hold him off here for at least one more lap. We'll keep an eye on that battle. We're going to go ahead and pull your top 5 up onto the screen so you can keep an eye on those gaps there, and we can keep an eye on them as well. But so far, not a whole lot going on at the front of this field. Whoa, we got Justin Spear going way off course there. Maybe a little bit of contact made there. Let's go ahead. Let's go on board with him. And I don't see any damage here to the car, that 77 machine of Justin Spear, but he definitely went below the apron there and went off the course. So something happened to the 77. We just don't know what, but no damage to that car. And ooh, he almost got some damage there as they make contact a little bit. That is going to be the 77 and the 45 of Brian Jones. And here comes the 8 of Mikey Neal. He's going to go to the bottom and let them two duke it out on their own. He's going to just try to sneak on by. He does get by the 77 of Justin Spear. Now he's got the 45 of Brian Jones in his sights. We'll see if he can get by. Then we're 45 Jalopnik Chevy out there here tonight. That's battle for the lead starting to brew here just a little bit, as we have the 52 of Thiago Vieira closing ever so slightly in on Brian Jones. You see that gap was 0.3 seconds. Now it's down to 0.6066. So it is definitely shrinking here with every passing lap. The question is, will Thiago Vieira be able to make a pass and make it stick? It's one thing out here to make a pass. It's another thing to make it actually stick and work. It's just so hard to do, as now it's back down to 0.1 seconds. So again, that is why those are there, to keep an eye on that. And why not here? I know you fans out there absolutely love it. So let's go ahead, if we could, go ahead and get rid of the top bar off your screen. And let's bring down your running order here on the side of the screen. Again, I know you'll absolutely love this. This gives you a better idea of where everybody is at the moment, and also gives us a chance to go back and look here as we see some people changing position here, as it looks like the 51 of Brandon Young is going to get by John Van Varellis in that 78 Nesquik machine. And we'll see. Let's go here. Let's go on board. And look at the damage there to the 78. And he's about to get some more if he hits that wall, but he does stay off of it. We stay clean and green here on lap 14 of 90. And there goes the 23 of Raymond Yeager. He's going to get by the 78 of John Van Varellis. And again, that gap to the lead has maintained and actually grown since the last two laps. We're down to 0.166 now, so the gap's starting to stretch itself back out once again. So it's unfortunate that he can't catch him, but he's got to catch him and pass him if he wants to win this race here tonight. Again, Thiago Vieira has a win on the season. His first and only win came at the start of the season here at Daytona, and he has not been back to victory lane since then. He has been in the top 3, but unfortunately has not been able to put it back in the victory lane. That being said, Bryson Barker, I do not believe, has a win on the season as well. And no, Bryson Barker, I stand corrected. He won at ISM Raceway, so I stand corrected. Bryson Barker, too, has a win on the season. So we have 2 winners in this season right now battling for the lead between the 84 of Bryson Barker and the 52 of Thiago Vieira. Just to add some other winners to that list, you have Austin Edstrom, Mikey Neal, Jameer Muhammad, David Estes, Alex Huffman, Reese Milton, and Brian Jones. We have several different winners here this season. So we'll just, again, have to keep an eye and see who's going to be our next winners. There is why we're watching this battle. Thiago Vieira had the lead. He has it. And it is going to be Thiago Vieira at the line, I do believe. Let's go ahead and get rid of your running order here, and we'll pull up your main bar. And it is Thiago Vieira, lap sled 1. He did officially lead that lap going by the line, so he did. Now it's side by side. These two just cannot decide who wants to lead the race. Is coming to the line. It's going to be a drag race, but I think it's going to be Thiago Vieira. It is officially leading his second lap of this race here for the RACECORE Xfinity Series, and he does clear him. Again, this series is presented by Global Building Contractors, as our official race leader is going to be Thiago Vieira at the moment. Let's go back here just a little bit, as you got James Lorello and Austin Edstrom battling for 3rd place at the moment. And it looks like that one sim, number 88, is possibly going to get him. He got to the run to the inside, but couldn't complete the pass, as it looks like the 13 of James Lorello is going to have a nice little run. Let's go back some more, as we have Jameer Muhammad and Alex Huffman. Looked like they were beating doors there. Look at this, 2 battles there, 2 cars there battling. We go a little ways back. Rodrigo Munoz, Sterling Smith, 2 more cars side by side battling. This is what we've come to see. Close quarters, just side by side, really good battling all race long. It'll be interesting to see how this one officially all plays itself out, as this battle is starting to get a little more intense here at the moment. And we definitely got a lot of people out there watching, so thanks for tuning in here tonight. I know, of course, as always, on a Sunday night, there is a lot of things you could possibly be doing out there. So the fact that you have chosen to tune in to the race here with us on the channel, it means a lot to us. And of course, these drivers that come out here to race week in and week out. Again, 27 drivers showed up here. 25 of them made the call, as Charles Hoffman and David Estes did not make the call. They stayed on pit road and did not come out onto the track. I wonder if we got Cody Young back here in that 24 machine. I'm not sure if something's wrong. Let's go on board. And there it is indeed. Something is drastically wrong here with that 24 machine. He's got damage and didn't bring out a caution, so it kept going. But that is why he's as far back as he is in the track. He is currently 22 seconds behind the race leader here at the moment. If we'll go to the main camera, they're coming to the line. That's Thiago Vieira, who is not too far behind. Keep in mind, they're running 30-second laps, so it will not be too long before Cody Young possibly is going to be going a lap down. So we'll go on board here with our leader. And indeed, you can see the blue car just in your screen, I do believe. If I stand correct, that may have been the wall, but regardless, you would start to see Cody Young come into the picture here soon. And they do not have any fast repairs in this series, so if you get damaged, it's unfortunate, but you will have to get it fixed the old-fashioned way with some hammers and some 200-mile-an-hour duct tape. And it may take you some time on pit road. But not a whole lot going on here. You got a battle going on right here, so why not here? Let's go silent and let these cars do the talking as we're going to go on board. Well, I say that just as we're going to go on board. Let's go on board with the 13 here of James Lorello. And just let these cars do the talking as these two are battling. That is the 13 of James Lorello and the 88 of Austin Edgstrom. Alright, we are back right there's way across the line. We are on lap 28 of 90 here. We are almost to lap 30. Caution free. Again, I don't know what the fuel mileage is here tonight, but at this rate, it looks like we're going to at least be able to make it to lap 30, I would believe. As nobody has come down pit road, I stand corrected here as we have caution out onto the track. And that is going to leave some drivers pinned on pit road. Rodrigo Munoz was on pit road. This may work out for him, but Trevor Graffam going around to bring out caution number 1. Well, let's go back and take a look and see what happened as we're going to go to our aerial cam brought to you by Sames Ford out of Corpus Christi, Texas. And he may have had a shot to the back bumper from Brian Jones. Let's go and take another look at this, and he gets hammered by the 77 of Justin Spear, and that's probably going to end his night. But let's take one more look at this here, if we could, and see was there contact between the 45 and the 47. See if we can get a good angle on it anyway. It's going to be a tough one to see. That right there, indeed, a little bit of contact. The 45 of Brian Jones gets to the back bumper of the 47 of Trevor Graffam, and that will spin him around. And right there, that's what's probably going to end his day. If it hasn't already, I don't know how he's still under power. The 77 of Justin Spear, while the caution is already out, and just hammers his car extremely hard. And that will keep us under caution here as they are all coming down the pit road. So while they're on pit road, we're going to step away to a quick commercial break. And of course, we will be right back. Are you in the market for a quality new or used car, truck, or SUV? Head on down to Sames Ford in Corpus Christi, Texas, and browse through their inventory today. You won't be disappointed. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Here is we are under caution for the first time on lap 32. As we'll bring your Hanover caution information, or Hanover Record Service caution information up. You see here from Charlotte Motor Speedway, 1 caution, 4 laps, 1 lead change. Thiago Vieira is your race leader, followed by Austin Edstrom, Bryson Barker. Back a little ways here, as he's going to be back in 3rd position. Followed by Jamir Muhammad, but that doesn't matter here in about 15 seconds or so. As those lights are off on the pace car, we are just about ready to get that green flag one more time. Let's go ahead and bring your main bar up. You're watching the RACECORE Xfinity Series presented by Global Building Contractors here on Virtual Racing Network, the sim division of RaceOnTexas.com. Make sure you head on over there and check them out for all the real world racing, dirt track racing, and some asphalt racing in there once in a while as well. Of course, that is RaceOnTexas.com. All that dirt track racing coming from Texas and Louisiana as the pace car dives off, and right to there, green flag is back out and the lights are flashing in the stands. Cameras going off. We are racing here once again as we are on lap 33. Let's dive down close with these cars. You got the number 52 of Thiago Vieira leading this race, followed by Austin Edstrom, Bryson Barker, Jamir Muhammad, James Lorello, Alex Huffman, Sterling Smith, Brandon Young, Raymond Yeager, Mikey Neal going to round out your top 10. And right now it is Raymond Yeager and Mikey Neal that are side by side going into the corner. And we'll look who's going to come out on top. Looks like it's going to be the 8 of Mikey Neal. We go back just a little bit here as we got some more battles starting to brew. And that was between the 80 and the 81 of Carlos Maciel and Rafael Trindle, but it sorts itself out. We stay green. Go a little ways back here to see Justin Starr currently in 19th place. And he started 27th on the field and in the race, and he has worked his way up to 19th. So almost 10 spots, as he's gained 8 spots since the start of this race. A very good move for him to go forward. Let's go back to the front here. So here comes Austin Edstrom and Bryson Barker trying to make a run on Thiago Vieira for the lead. Austin Edstrom going to dive to the bottom. Then he's going to play some mind games here with Thiago Vieira. He goes to the bottom, goes back to the top, and now he's going to try to pass him on the high side. Not going to work. It's Thiago Vieira at the line. Again, some major mind games being played here tonight. Well, this is going to get very, very interesting here between these guys, as they're all fierce competitors, and they will keep going as long as they can, playing games with each other in the heads. That's just what they do. You've got to outwit. You know, racing is almost like Survivor, folks. If you've ever seen that show, you've got to outwit, outlast, and outmaneuver your friends or enemies, whichever one it may be out on the track. You have to outrun and outsmart the drivers on the track. And when you've got somebody like Thiago Vieira that's out front, a proven winner, that makes it very hard. I was watching him in an official race this week where he was having a heck of a run as well, as we from time to time do pop in those races and see who we see in there. And he was in there having a heck of a run, so we'll see how he goes in this race. It's definitely an interesting one, as Austin Edstrom going to get by him, but he's not going to be able to hold on to the lead in that number 88 One Sim Chevy. And he might do it this time. No, Thiago Vieira gets the run off the high side, and it's going to be the 52 of Thiago Vieira that is once again your race leader. Austin Edstrom just can't quite complete the pass, as he has tried over and over again to do so, but again just has not been able to get by him and make it stick. And that is the key that we talked about earlier. It's one thing to get by someone, it's another thing to be able to stay in front of them. If you can get ahead of them by just an inch or two at the line, maybe it's good enough. But if you can't hold them off like he couldn't do right here, then there's a chance that leader's just going to kind of pull away from you, and that's the last thing you want to see, especially late in the run. Right now, though, we have 51 laps to go. We are just about at the halfway point, folks. This race is going by very, very quickly here at Charlotte Motor Speedway to get to the halfway point. I didn't expect it to go quite this fast. I figured we'd have a few cautions by now. These guys trying to battle as hard as they can, but that is not the case. They are duking it out right now, but doing it cleanly. So we have them pretty much single file. Let's zoom out here if we could. And you can see right there. Vieira, Edstrom, Barker, Muhammad, Lorello, Huffman, Smith, Neal, Young, and Yeager. Those are your top 10. And they're pretty much, for the most part, staying single file, though we do have a little bit of battle here and there. And they kind of sort it stuff out, and we don't see them stay too wide very long. We did hear during that break, we got to talk to a driver, and we got the fuel mileage here, 33 to 34 laps. So they were just shy of their fuel window when that caution came out. As it stands right now, we should be able to make it. We had 60 to go with 34 laps. It would be a one-stop race. From this point on. It's going to be two-stop, if not, but it's going to be a one-stop race from the point of the green to the end of the race, as they're starting to really get a little antsy up here as Bryson Barker goes to the inside of Austin Edstrom. Let's zoom in on those two cars if we could, thank you. And we'll see right there, you have the 84 and the 88. That is Bryson Barker and Austin Edstrom that were really duking it out. Right behind them is James Zarello and Jameer Muhammad trying to get into the mix, as well as Alex Huffman and Sterling Smith in this group. And I want to point out who's right behind these guys. That is the 8 of Mikey Neal. Let's pull that driver information up. When we could start in 19th, he's up to 8th. He is definitely working his way through this field here tonight. We'll see how he does in the end of it, but right now showing a very, very strong car. We'll just have to keep an eye on him and see later on into the night. We'll see right there, so it looks like Jameer Muhammad's going to get by the 13 of James Zarello. Let's go on board here for just a lap or two with Alex Huffman while he is watching this battle. So we're going to go silent and let them do the talking here as Alex Huffman watching this battle pursue in front of him. Alright, we are back here live on the mic. As you're watching here, we are just past the halfway point. We want to watch this battle here. We want to step aside here for just a moment and let you know here for your South Texas Speedway mid-race report. Right now, not a whole lot's been going on here. We've only had a few different leaders here, as it's been Bryson Barker and Thiago Vieira, the only two race leaders here up to the halfway point of this race. So very interesting to only see those two different leaders, as it's kind of been a even split about who has led the most. At the moment, I do believe Thiago Vieira would have led the most, but Bryson Barker going to be a even competitor there for him to try to get it. Other than that, not a whole lot has been going on here. Again, at the halfway point, or just past the halfway point now. Of course, you've seen some big movers and shakers here tonight. That, of course, is going to be Justin Starr and Mikey Neal. Mikey Neal up to 8th place. Justin Starr has gained a few spots, not quite as many, but Mikey Neal definitely the big mover and shaker here tonight. Of course, Trevor Graffam in the 47 is out of the race right now, 20 laps down, as well as Justin Spear. Those two actually making contact when the caution was out, as Justin Spear in the 77 got into Trevor Graffam again after the caution was already out. And that is going to put both of them out of the race. Charles Hoffman and David Estes didn't make the call here tonight, and that has been your South Texas Speedway mid-race report. Thiago Vieira still leading this race at the moment. Will he be able to win it is the question. He has got a sizable lead here at the moment of 1.583 seconds over second place at the moment. And again, we don't have a whole lot going on. This is probably your best little battle going on right in here. We are going to, of course, step away for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll go over your top 10, let you know who is in the top 10, who's not, and who we expect to possibly win this race here tonight, right after this quick commercial break.
Say command.
What is the weather like in LA?
The weather is clear in LA.
What is the weather like in New York?
The weather is rain in New York.
Use flow mode.
Flow.
Say hello, TT.
Hello, TT.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let's bring down your running order on the side of the screen. It's Thiago Vieira still leading this race. Let's go through your top 10 drivers here. So we'll go up to the race lead, and we're going to get up close and personal with their cars here tonight. And that G-Force at number 52, your race leader, that is the number 52 of Thiago Vieira, started in second place. He's up to first. Not much of a gain, but you can't go much further than at the top of the field. He's in first place here at the moment. Austin Edstrom currently in second place, at least for the moment, in the number 88 machine. He started fifth, and right now he has his hands full with the two, Jamir Muhammad, who currently is in, well, now he's second. He was third, but that is going to be that. And we got a car going way down here. No caution so far. Let's see. As we got drivers coming down at pit road, 28 laps here. This is right into a fuel window, so that would explain why Austin Edstrom was getting past as he is coming down pit road, and he pulls to a stop. And the number 88 wants him, and we're going to see the right side go up. I imagine we'll see the left side go up as well as pit stops underway here. And no, two-tire stop here for the 88 of Austin Edstrom. Right side tires only. Let's go over to the 51 who has some damage there. He's going to take 4 tires and fuel. And we have Alex Huffman coming down a pit road as well. And looks like we're going to see maybe some 2-tire and 4-tire stops here is right there. The 3 and the 13 both pull in to pit road. They both see the right side get jacked up. Alex Huffman in the 3. He is going to take 2 tires only. The 13 of James Zarrell is going to take 4 tires as he is going to peel off pit road as well. We have Mikey Neal Jr. coming down pit road now, as well as Raymond Yeager coming down pit road. Justin Winters coming down. Mikey Neal going to lock him up, but he gets it into the stall, and that's all he needs to do there is make sure he gets a good stop. He's going to jack the right side up. And left side's going on for Mikey Neal. He's going to take a 4-tire stop here. Question is, when will some of our leaders come down? As right now, it is going to be Thiago Vieira, followed by Jameer Muhammad, Sterling Smith, Carlos Maciel, Rafael Trindell, and Matthew Ellis have not come down. It looks like 7th place, John Van Ellis, is going to come down pit road and give up that 7th place position for some Goodyear tires and some fuel for that Sunoco fuel. And we'll see Justin Starr on pit road as well. And he's going to take right sides. And is he taking left side tires? Yes, he is. Left side tires going in. And there comes the 80 of Rafael Trindell. And he is going to come down. We'll see what kind of stop he's going to take. A little bit of damage on that car. So I would reckon with that damage, he's probably going to take right and left side tires. We'll see if that is the case. If he wants all the help he can get with that damage, he takes right sides in. There's the left side going up as well. So pit stops are almost wrapping up here. But at the moment, we still have Thiago Vieira all the way to Matthew Ellis. Your top 5 drivers have not come down pit road for their last pit stop of the race. We'll see again. Your top 5 have not come down thus far. They will have to come down soon, as we heard about 33 and 34 laps, so they should have to come down fairly soon if they want to make it. And there goes Thiago Vieira. He's going to pull down on to the apron, as you see the markers there. 3, 2, 1. He comes down 45 miles an hour. He'll make it on to pit road. We'll see who's going to be next. So far, nobody's coming down with him. Your front 4 drivers staying out on to the track. And I stand corrected. Matthew Ellis is going to come down as well. And we'll see what your leader is going to do, or what was your leader, as he gives it up to come down pit road. And he pulls it to a stop. We're going to see the right side go up. Will the left go up on that number 52 machine? And the way he's revving it up, I'm going to say yes, there he is. I figured there for a minute I was going to say no, but we'll see. Right sides go up on the number 6 of Matthew Ellis, and left sides go up as well. So 2-tire stop for the 6 of Matthew Ellis and the 52. Both of those taking 4 tires right now. Your front 3 drivers, Jameer Muhammad, Sterling Smith, and Carlos Maciel, have not come down at pit road just yet. And it looks like here Jack Feller's going to be out of the race 14 minutes on pit road. And having to lock up the brakes there just a little bit. But Jameer Muhammad gives up the race lead to Carlos Maciel. He's going to come down pit road in the number 2 Global Building Contractors Chevy Camaro. And again, you can see the ones that are in pits right now. So we have also a Sterling Smith on pit road. So we're going to keep an eye on both of them. And 2 tires at least for Jameer Muhammad. And he is going to take 2 tires and be off. 2 tires so far for Sterling Smith in the 17 in that Extreme Sim Racing Chevrolet. And he is going to take 4 tires and fuel here for Sterling Smith. Jameer Muhammad back on the track, only took 2 tires. That leaves Carlos Maciel in the 81 to complete this round of green flag pit stops. And he comes down as he gives up the lead, and he'll park it in pit road. Excuse me. And we'll see. Oh, he has to back up, and that's going to cost him some time here on pit road. 2 tires for Carlos Masil at least. Will he take 4 or 2? That is the question. And he's going to take 4 tires and fuel here for the 81 of Carlos Masil. That is going to cycle it out as your new race leader is going to be the 88 of Austin Edstrom. And we'll see if that one Sim Chevy can put it into victory lane later on tonight. As that will do it for pit stops here unless we see a caution. And these guys ought to come down to pit road once again. That is completely up to the drivers. So we'll have to see if that is the case. But everyone has made their second pit stop of the race. Alright, we're checking in on chat just to see how everyone is doing. Hopefully you're enjoying the race here tonight as we are going to have 20 laps to go. This time by right there. 20 laps to go here in your race. Again, laps winding down very quickly here tonight as it has been absolutely crazy out there just how quickly these guys and girls are working it out. Again, it's just crazy. These guys are doing such a fantastic job of handling these cars. They're not the easiest to handle, especially with a fixed setup. It is all about how the car handles and how you handle the car when you are out on the track. So it definitely is going to be something to figure out who it is. Austin Edstrom is out front now. He's our third leader of the night here as we'll pull that caution information up onto the screen here fast. We'll get that out of the way. That was our bad. You see right there, we've only had 1 caution for 4 laps, 4 different lead changes, 3 different leaders. And what I want to point out here is while we're racing, watching this lead here is actually, we'll go back here and see if we can find another little battle going on. 1 caution. While that is not unheard of for this league, these guys have been off for 2 weeks. Usually when you get off for an extended period of time, you get a little rusty, you get a little anxious, you want to get out there and win the race. You want to get out there and have a really good race, be competitive, and mistakes happen. You get into a few cautions. Not tonight. We are 1 caution in. So far, it is just outstanding how good of a job these guys are doing. Alex Huffman and Mikey Neal battling right now for 4th position. Mikey Neal from his EOL all the way up to 5th position. Just doing a fantastic job here tonight. So let's go on board here. If you want to see what it's like to drive one of these here, let's go with Mikey Neal. Let's see how he's handling this car here tonight. Alright, we are back here again. We're watching this as much as you are here on board. And it has been a heck of a race here with 15 laps to go, maybe 14 to go. Austin Edstrom may put this thing in a victory lane. We'll see if we'll have another caution. If we do, that could really shake things up And I say it, there it is right there, the caution coming out, and it's going to be for the 80. Oh, he almost gets clipped again. That is Raphael Trindale in the number 80, bringing out caution at number 2 here tonight. Let's go take a quick look and see what happens. They go 3 wide, and that almost didn't work out, and we'll see. I'm not sure it's going to work out. At least it didn't for the 80. And it looks like he just slides up into the 51 of Brandon Young. Let's go back and take one more quick look at this as we go to the aerial view. Again, by Sames Ford, you're watching the 80 and the 52, middle of your screen. And we'll have to see here, did the 51 of Brandon Young come down a little bit, or did the 80 slide up into him? And that's what we're going to determine. Watch those white lines on the track, and that will be the determining factor. And I would be willing to bet, if I was a betting man, that the 80 there did slide up a little bit into the 80. Maybe thought he was clear and just quite wasn't. That will bring out caution number 2 here tonight. And that is really going to shake things up as everybody's coming down pit road. No surprise, we'll step away. When those lights go off, we'll come back, recap how pit roads went down, our pit stops happened, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we have 10 laps to go. We will have 9 to go when we take the green flag. And I do want to point out for all the fans out there that have been sticking with us and sticking with iRacing, the day has come, ladies and gentlemen. It's not here yet, but starting this coming Tuesday with the new Trek Series, we have the iRacing build coming out that day. And it has been a long time in the process, but green, white checkers are coming. So you can have a limited amount or an unlimited amount of green, white cautions here for overtime, which means your races will no longer finish under yellow here. So a big shout out to iRacing for finally implementing that into iRacing. But again, green, white checkered's coming, so we will no longer, after Tuesday, be ending these races under caution as the green flag comes back out. And we are racing. Oh, I can't wait to see what that means for the asphalt side of racing. As again, it's been a long time of waiting here to get that. And we are super stoked to have it. But Bryson Barker out front after pit stops. As he beat off pit road, he took a 2-tire stop compared to Austin Edstrom's 4-tire stop. Mikey Neal into third. He also took 4 tires. So will Bryson Barker be able to hold off this field with those 2 tires, or will 4 tires prevail here in these last closing 8 laps left in this race? We'll find out momentarily. Well, in 8 laps, we'll know. Is Austin Edstrom going to try to make a run to the inside? Here comes Mikey Neal right behind him in third place. Again, Mikey Neal from almost dead last as the caution comes out. And we got a parking lot on the corner here, as it's going to involve several people here. And we're going to go back and take a look. The 45 of Brian Jones is going to be involved in this. Let's take a look and see what happened. We're going to go to the aerial cam to see officially what happened. And we know the 45 was involved right there. Reese Milton gets to the back bumper of the 45 of Brian Jones, but I don't think that was the actual caution. That may have been caution 2 on this. Let's go back here one more time and let's check out with the 3 of Alex Huffman. So that was just one of the 2 cautions going on here. This time around, we're going to watch the 3 in the 52. And we'll see right there. Looks like the 3 of Alex Huffman slides down just a little bit and gets collected in with the 52. And there is Jameer Muhammad. Gets stuck into the fence, but he gets out of it with the help of another driver coming by. And that is going to end some nights here where several people, as the 2 of Jameer Muhammad is going to have to tow to pit road. And again, that is unfortunate, as that's going to put, looks like Rafael Trindle in the 80 going to be on pit road. He's been there for about a minute or so now. Jameer Muhammad on pit road, as well as Alex Huffman. So several drivers that had pretty fast race cars going to be out of this race now, as it looks like the 24 of Cody Young is going to get the wave around here. And the field still out there pretty strong, but is thinning out here just a little bit. But we're under caution one more time, so we'll step away to a commercial break, because I don't think anybody's going to come down pit road, so we'll be right back.
This is a demonstration for the built-in water temperature sensor of W5 CPU water block. There is a water temperature sensor built inside W5 to detect the temperature of the coolant that runs through W5. Here, we're using thermal mode and time-lapse effect to show the temperature change of the system. You can easily see the real-time temperature change on the software screen. W5 is also made with central inlet design, which contributes to higher coolant flow that helps faster heat dispatching to achieve a lower coolant temperature, of which you can see on the software thanks to the water temperature sensor. While W5 shows you the temperature of the coolant that runs through your CPU water block, you can also throw in a Pacific TF1 indicator to monitor the temperature and coolant flow of your hose system.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night here. Again, after Tuesday, this will not be an issue. But right now, it is 4 laps to go. It's going to be 3 laps to go when we get the green flag. Of course, we'll have 3, so you'll have the green, the white, and the checkered coming out. So this technically is a green-white checkered, but if the caution comes out during this run, or this little stint here, the race is over. Whoever's out front will be your race champion here tonight, your race winner. And again, we are under a handover wrecker service caution here. Let's take a look at our caution stats. For 3 cautions, not bad. That's 1 every 30 laps. And here for this 90 lap race, that is not bad at all. Only 11 laps under caution, and of course we'll see if those stats will get padded here just a little bit with 6 different lead changes and about 4 different leaders. It is going to be Austin Edstrom and Bryson Barker battling for the lead. Restart zone coming up, and they're already on the green well before the restart zone as the green flag is in the air. And it looks like Bryson Barker is going to get a huge jump well before the restart zone. And it's going to be the 88 of Austin Edstrom that gets the run. I'm not sure who technically was the leader there, as they do have choice there as to which lane they want to choose. I think it was Austin Edstrom, but we'll see. It might have been Bryson Barker. Either way, the 88 of Austin Edstrom is your race leader, and it's 2 laps to go. 2 sticks in the air here for the field tonight. And the battle right now is between Mikey Neal and Bryson Barker, as it looks like them 2 tires are not going to hold up. Bryson Barker is going to fall 1 more spot, and here comes Thiago Vieira in the 52, and he's going to try and make something happen. As again, people came down pit road for a 3rd pit stop. They didn't have to. They chose to. We'll see how this one does end up playing out. But right now, as the white flag is in the air to Austin Edstrom out front, here comes Mikey Neal. As he again started at the rear of this field. He's trying to make a bid for the lead on Austin Edstrom. Mikey Neal, Austin Edstrom right now battling for the lead. The caution cannot end this race. It will be the checkered flag that does it. Your race winner here tonight is going to be the 88 of Austin Edstrom, putting it in victory lane, followed by Mikey Neal Jr. and Bryson Barker, going to be your top 3. The old tires hang on here, or 2 old tires anyway, hang on for 3rd place for Bryson Barker. And that will do it for the racing action here tonight And again, what a battle it was all night long. Let's go ahead and bring up your top 20 here on to the screen. As you see there, everyone has finished or is in the pits now. That is your top 20 in the results. They're going to stop and get their picture taken here before they do some celebrating. Again, not listed on the screen outside your top 20. 21st is going to be Jameer Muhammad, followed by Raphael Trindell, Jack Fellers, Trevor Graffam, Justin Spear, Charles Hoffman, and David Estes. Those are going to be your 21st through 27th drivers here tonight. But that is your top 20 on the screen. Let's go ahead and step away here for just a moment. When we come back, we'll talk to your top 3 drivers. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We have our top 3 drivers here in the booth with us to talk to them about tonight's race. And of course, starting with third place, always that is going to be the 84 Bryson Barker. First off, as always, welcome to the booth. And what a battle out there tonight. Really, I thought you had one of the fastest cars out there with a chance to win this. You took 2 tires on that last stop. And do you think that stop there, those 2 tire stops, do you think it hurt you or helped you here in these last 10 laps of this race?
Yeah, I had to get track position. The 8, the 88, Jameer was fast, the 13 was fast, so I knew track position was really important there at the end. I had a really bad restart. Those left sides kind of killed me. Just trying to get going, and those guys were hooked up at the bottom, so that kind of hurt all my momentum, which props to them. That was really, really timed well. But overall, I can't complain. The top 3 is great, especially since I haven't finished the past 2 races, so I'll take what I can get.
Definitely a top 3, something to never frown upon. It was a heck of a race by everyone here tonight under the lights at Charlotte. But we're not going to focus on that too much. We're going to take our thoughts over to Tuesday night. First off, are you going to be competing in that truck series as well?
Oh yeah, for sure. Depending on my work schedule, I'm not sure if I'll be able to make every race, but I'll definitely be there whenever I can. The trucks are a lot of fun, and I'm really excited for that series.
Well, that being said, here, before we let you thank your sponsors and shout-outs, we want to talk a little bit about coming Tuesday. It's not just the truck series we have starting. Starting Tuesday, we are going to have green-white checkers coming out where you can have overtime in the race. What kind of game changer is that going to do for this series and iRacing as a whole?
I love it as long as I'm not the leader. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think it'll cause a lot more caution, a lot more carnage. But that's what the fans want to see, and as long as I'm not the leader, that's what I want to see too. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting.
It definitely will be interesting. And we know you got some sponsors and shout outs you want to give, so who would those be for that third place finish here tonight?
Oh yeah, of course. Global Building Contractors, huge shout out to those guys. Appreciate them every week. The Gold Cube for the Truck Series, iRacing Drivers World, Alex Huffman for the paints, and Justin just for what he does in the league.
All right, well, again, congrats on the third place finish, and that will bring us to our second place driver here tonight. And probably gained the most positions, got the EOL, had to start at the rear of the field, comes back to finish in second. That's going to be the 8 of Mikey Neal Jr. First off, congrats on second place. And what was it out there for you? You had to fight your way through this field here tonight of 27 drivers, and you got second.
Yeah, I'll tell you that no one helped me. It was really tough. Couldn't really go anywhere at the beginning, but once we got that green flag pit, well, actually, we didn't even get a green flag pit stop the first one. I think caution came out right when we were about to hit him, so I ended up getting up a little bit, but I finally got up to the top 5. Was able to run around there. We had a caution, which I think Jameer was coming really fast, so it was going to be really tough to hold him off, but luckily that caution came out. I was able to get up to third, and we had a couple restarts there. I didn't do good on the first one. Second one, I got a good restart. Was able to push Austin up there. And I think I had the best car on that really short run right there. And I wanted to go outside of him. I went to go do it, and I just hit the gas a little too early and almost slammed the wall. I had to let off it, and that was a big mistake for me. I had that race won if I'd have gone on the gas just a little bit later because I knew I could get to Austin and clear him. I knew I had it there. And, just a mistake like that ruins it. And, it's always good to get second after a hard-fought battle throughout the field, but you really want to get first there. But it was just a mistake on my part, and I'm going to kill myself over that. Not good.
Definitely, self-inflicted wounds are the worst. You'd rather be mad at someone else almost than to be mad at yourself. As unfortunately, you can't get to someone else, you can get to yourself. So it's always unfortunate when it does happen, but still an overall very impressive run from you here tonight. Of course, we have the Truck Series coming up this Tuesday. And same question, you're going to be running in that Truck Series as well?
I'm going to try to. We have some Road to Pro stuff going on official racing, so we'll see. But I'm going to try to make a couple races, and hopefully I can make the whole thing if we don't get too busy. But I'm going to make as many as I can. Sure bet.
All right. Well, we know you got some shout-outs and sponsors. Who would that be for that second place finish?
Yeah, I got to thank iRacing Drivers World, Global Building Contractors. They do a great job. Also, Gold Cube. Thank you guys for sponsoring everything that we have in here. I also got to thank Team One Sim. Congrats, Austin, for the win there. I really wanted to beat him. I thought I'd beat him, but mistake by me, missed it. I also got to thank Huffman Designs. Getting this nice scheme out here. I'll be racing for the future, so I got to thank him. Also got to thank you guys for broadcasting every race. Love having you guys. Mom and Dad. Love you guys very much. Also got to thank anybody else, any other my family members and my baby Bob's doing out there in Ohio. So love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Also got to thank and all the viewers for watching as well. And congratulations to Austin for the win and Bryson hanging on to get that top 3.
All right. Well, again, congrats on it. And that, of course, will take us to our race winner here tonight, the 88 of Austin Edstrom. So we had quite a few 8s in here. We had the 88, the 84, and the 8. So we had a lot of 8s here in the top 3 to your race winner, Austin Edstrom. So first, just to tease him here a little bit, his racing talent definitely better than his donut or burnout talent. That is for sure. But Austin, how does it feel to be sitting in victory lane here tonight?
It feels pretty good. There were a lot of fast guys out there tonight. Honestly, I was kind of surprised at just how I don't know. I feel like the top 6 at any point of the race probably could have won the race. You had, obviously the guys that finished in the top 3 here. You had Jameer, Huffy was fast. Tiago was stupid fast. And then Lorello, of course, was up there the entire race. I mean, there's a lot of people that probably could have gone either way just based on strategy or who got a push on a restart. And I just got lucky that I was on the front row and had the guy behind me had a better restart than the guy behind Bryson. That's pretty much what won me the race.
Definitely, however the win comes, it's always awesome to get the win. And you had a fantastic run here tonight. So again, not a whole lot to say there. You were running good all night, and it worked out for you here as you got the win. But we're gonna switch gears to this new build that's coming out tomorrow. Here is we want to get some insight from at least one driver as to what their thoughts are on it. We get the new truck coming out, so the new Chevy truck is not going to be rebranded. It's going to be a brand new truck. Obviously, you get the green, white checkers coming in, so a lot of stuff coming into play, and just in time for a brand new truck series on that exact day. So, how much do you think that's going to change what might have been for the truck series opener at Daytona to now having it completely turned on its head?
Oh man, well, I mean, I don't really think the truck's going to change too much. I think it's more of a visual update. I mean, obviously it's like brand new skinned and everything, but they keep the trucks pretty even, so I don't think that there's going to be any performance difference. But the green white checkers is huge. It's something I've been wanting since I got on the service about 2 years ago. It's crazy because we're never going to end another race under caution, unless I'm sure they'll put a cap on how many green white checkers we can run. But especially being Daytona, at the end of those races, if there's still a lot of trucks running, you'll get wrecks in the last 5 laps. And to know that we'll be running to the green or to the white flag and completing the last lap of the race under green is crazy. So it kind of changes strategy at a super speedway, because you always in the past wanted to be leading with under 5 laps to go, because if a caution came out, the race is over. But now you might want to be in second so you get the run. You might want to be in the lead so you can throw a block. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't really know what my strategy is going to be yet, but I should be there Tuesday night to find out.
It's definitely going to shake things up. And of course, as he said, that is Tuesday when we start the truck series here for RACECORE. The day the build comes out at Daytona with green, white checkers, it should be a blast to watch, to say the least. But before we let you go here, I know we got some sponsors and shout-outs there, so who would those be for that win here tonight in Charlotte?
Of course, Global Building Contractors for tonight, Gold Cube, and iRacing Drivers World, like the other two said. And then, like Mikey said, One Sim Motorsports. That's our iRacing team. We were doing great things over there. I actually just won the Top Split NIS Open Friday night, and that was my first time doing that. So that was awesome to be able to do it with those guys over there. We're all over the place and doing great things, and we're coming up. So we're looking forward to keep growing them. And so just thank you to all of those guys.
All right, again, that is going to do it here for tonight's racing action. Of course, we will see you all tomorrow night with the Northwest Xfinity Series as we do some road racing from Mid-Ohio, and we come back on Tuesday for Daytona for the Truck Series opener here for RACECORE. Until then, stay safe, and we will see you at the next race.